My son, think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep it up, his ass going to prison.
They money like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're cat.
Wait till I come back in the market late night, and then it's just you, and I slap you up. Yeah. You trying to act off, son? All like this in front of all your peeps. Tell your mama I said Happy Mother's Day, and then Karen in my face.
Stand by right here for me. 32, I'm 10 extend, 1 detain. Spread your legs slightly. I just need to pat you down.
Is T.I.'s biggest fear finally coming true? For years, he's been warning his son, King Harris, that if he didn't slow down, trouble would be waiting right around the corner. And now, after one reckless move too many, that warning might become reality. The talk online is that King could be facing up to 5 years behind bars, a number that just happens to be exactly what T.I. predicted 2 years ago. This isn't just another celebrity kid gone wild story. It's deeper than that, because behind the headlines, the viral clips, and the mugshots is a father who knows this lifestyle better than anyone, watching his son walk into the same trap he spent years trying to avoid. And the way it's all played out, from chaotic fights to leaked arrest footage to the timing of King's first child, feels almost scripted. Except it's not a movie. This is a real family with real consequences, unfolding in front of millions of people online. So how did King Harris go from being born into hip-hop royalty to possibly losing 5 years of his life in court?
Yes, sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well? All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take it.
There's no safety.
Take
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. Let me just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest. I'm gonna be at the church. All right, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information.
The story is layered, and every piece makes the ending feel more inevitable. Before King's arrest became front-page drama, T.I. had already seen the storm coming. Back in 2022, when King was just starting to spiral, T.I. didn't sugarcoat a thing. He went on Instagram Live and told the world flat out, "If my son keeps this up, prison is the only place he's headed." This wasn't the usual frustrated parent rant. T.I. was speaking from experience. He's lived that life, felt the weight of handcuffs, and sat in a cell knowing the system wanted to swallow him whole. When he looked at King, he didn't just see a rebellious teenager. He saw himself at that age. Same energy, same stubborn streak, same need to prove something to the world. That's why his warnings carried a different weight. They weren't just fatherly advice. They were survival instructions. And yet, King didn't take them seriously. To him, it probably felt like just another lecture. But to T.I., it was déjà vu. He knew exactly where this energy would lead, and he even admitted he had already made peace with the possibility. Imagine being a father, knowing you might watch your son make the same mistakes, and being powerless to stop it. That's the backdrop that makes everything that followed feel even heavier. By 2022, the internet was already side-eyeing King Harris. The first big moment that made people realize he wasn't just T.I.'s son trying to rap, but a young man spiraling, was that viral Waffle House fight. The clip was wild. King screaming at employees, acting bigger than he was, threatening like he had something to prove. To most viewers, he didn't look tough. He looked entitled and out of control. Even T.I. couldn't defend him. He admitted later he was genuinely perplexed, like, why would my son even stop what he was doing to argue with a short-order cook? That was the first real crack in King's public image. And it didn't stop there. Not long after, another viral clip showed King and Boosie's son flashing guns in a music video. It wasn't about the music, it was about the image. Guns on camera, reckless energy, trying to project a lifestyle that wasn't sustainable. And right there, you can see T.I. and Boosie step in on video, trying to lecture them, trying to spell out that one wrong move could cost them everything. But if you watch King's body language, it's clear. He was hearing the words, but not absorbing the message. For fans, these viral meltdowns weren't isolated incidents. They were proof that King was heading exactly where T.I. said he would. And instead of slowing down, King seemed to lean in, almost like he wanted to prove the internet right. Everything came to a head in October 2024. King was driving his BMW when he pulled out of a gas station and almost collided with a police car. You couldn't script it worse. From the moment the cops walked up, things went downhill fast. They smelled weed, saw a gun on his hip, and at that point, it was already over. But the real kicker came when they ran his name. That's when the past came back to haunt him. A warrant from 2022 linked to reckless driving, DUI, and skipping court was still open. 2 years later, it caught up with him in the worst possible way. The arrest video that leaked online was almost 30 minutes long. Viewers watched as police pulled him out, cuffed him, patted him down, and loaded him into the back of the car. King wasn't spazzing out, but you could see the frustration on his face. He knew he had messed up, and there was no smooth talk that could undo it. That footage spread like wildfire. Badge Chronicles, Vlad TV, blogs, YouTube channels. It was everywhere. And suddenly, T.I.'s words from 2022 felt prophetic. Fans dragged King, saying his dad spoke this into existence. Others felt bad for T.I., pointing out how painful it must be to watch your warning play out in real time. Either way, it was the moment when speculation turned into reality. King Harris wasn't just wilding out anymore. He was officially facing the system. But here's where the story gets even messier. Because just weeks after that arrest, King became a father. His girlfriend, known as Big Nana, gave birth to their son in November 2024. King leaned into fatherhood hard, throwing a baby shower, posting proud dad moments, even dropping a song called Dear Son. On Instagram, he looked like a young man ready to change. He was bragging about late nights, saying his newborn kept him awake, even joking about doing concerts at home with the baby. For a second, fans thought, maybe this is it. Maybe fatherhood is the wake-up call he needs. T.I. himself had always said that time and responsibility are the best teachers. So there was hope that this new chapter would finally ground King. But the timing couldn't have been worse. Because while he was holding his son and posting captions about stepping up, the internet was still circulating his arrest video, reminding everyone of the charges hanging over him. It was the ultimate contradiction. One moment, a proud dad with a new family. The next, a young man facing a possible 5-year sentence. And for the public, it raised a bigger question. Can fatherhood really save someone if the system already has its grip on them? The possibility of a 5-year sentence isn't just a headline. It's a fork in the road that could reshape King's entire life. On one side, he has the role of being a father, a chance to finally grow into something greater than his reckless image. On the other, prison could take him away from his son during the most important years of his life. And it's not just about King. T.I.'s entire brand has always been tied to fatherhood, to guiding his kids, to proving that he's not just a rapper, but a man who's learned from his mistakes. If King gets locked up, it doesn't just hit the family emotionally. It hits T.I.'s reputation. People are already calling him a failed father, saying all the money, fame, and what about it? Wisdom couldn't keep his son from spiraling. And the internet doesn't forget. This isn't just about one sentence, it's about how King will be remembered. Will he be the son of a legend who wasted his chance, or the young man who hit rock bottom and came back stronger? That's the tension that keeps people watching, because right now, it could go either way. The internet had a field day once the arrest footage leaked. Some clowned King, saying he finally got the street cred he'd been chasing. Others mocked T.I., saying he had basically predicted his own son's downfall. But there was another side too. Some fans gave King grace, pointing out that he stayed calm during the arrest, didn't lash out, and maybe, just maybe, fatherhood would ground him. The split reactions say everything. To one group, King is a spoiled celebrity kid trying too hard. To another, he's just a young man making mistakes, with time to turn things around. But what stung the most for T.I. was how many people dragged him into it. Every comment about failed parenting or he spoke it into existence wasn't just about King. It was about T.I.'s image as the father who thought he could break cycles. And now that image is cracked. The sad part is, you can see T.I. still loves his son through all of it. They've done podcasts together, laughed, argued, gone back and forth. Their bond is real. So while the internet debates street cred and parenting failures, T.I. is watching history repeat itself in real time. So here we are. King Harris is standing at the same crossroads his father warned him about years ago. On one side, a new baby, a music career, and the chance to rewrite his story. On the other, a possible 5-year prison sentence that could derail everything before it even begins. For T.I., this isn't just a public scandal. It's a personal heartbreak, watching the same system he once fought now looming over his son. And for the rest of us, it's a reminder that no amount of fame, money, or advice can stop someone from making choices they're determined to make. The real question is, will King finally learn the lesson his dad has been preaching all along? Or will prison be the teacher T.I. said was waiting for him all along? One thing's for sure, whatever happens next won't just shape King's future. It'll define how this story is remembered for years to come.